What is up, guys? Jay here, back with the review I promised a while back, actually. I do have the other three turtles from Playmates, Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze movie line. I've actually had these guys for a little while. That's given me an opportunity to mess with them a bit, but I've been working a lot, and then on my days off, I've been spent working on my car, actually. But that's kind of besides the point. I've got them here. And let's get into this. I'm doing all three of them at once. I have already reviewed Leonardo, and they all share the same body. So the articulation on one is going to be very much the articulation on the others. But we do see we have Raphael, Michelangelo, and we got Donatello over here. I do like that, especially in comparison to Leonardo. I'll bring him in here in a minute. They all are molded at least in different colors. So they all stand out a little bit. And yeah, let's do this. So starting off with a Scrap Raph here, since he's closest, just a quick refresher. We'll go over their articulation. Got the head on a ball joint. You can look up. And I've noticed they all come with different heads. Some of the heads look up better than others. They look down a little bit. You can get some pivot in there. And of course it turns. Shoulders, they go, rotate it there. Work with me. They can go all the way up like that. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. Nicely hidden by the elbow pad. The wrists will rotate as well as hinge a bit. They are kind of usually limited a bit by this wrist wrap there, I could think. And then we have individually articulated fingers. I will note again, I do wish the thumb was down and pointed at a down and slightly over angle just a tad bit more. They do have a break at the front. The shell is attached to it so they can lean forward. You can lean back a bit. And you can pivot it just a tad, as well as get a nice rocker. The legs kick out very far. Not so much forward, especially even with the side there. The side's kind of pushed out of the way. This front part of the shell, the plastron, for those of you who like to know, is definitely hindering that, and they don't really move back too much a tad. We have rotation at that joint as well as an upper thigh swivel. That one was kind of tight still. Double jointed knees. Ankles move down. They move up and they do rotate. And then we have individually articulated toes, which again, they do not have an ankle pivot, but those toes do kind of let you balance them pretty easily for the most part. So that's a quick rundown of the articulation again. So let's go and start off with some of the accessories that came with these guys. And again, we'll go from left to right. Start off with Raph's, then Mikey's, then Donnie's. Again, they have each come with 4 head sculpts. Here's a look at this one. And currently I have my favorite of each head sculpt on each turtle. Oh, come on. Can you clear up a little bit for me, please? That would be spectacular. Okay. So get this one. Again, this is my personal favorite. Then we've got this nice, angry, gritty, kind of PO'd Raph. Again, just black peoples in there. Again, I may repaint these at some point. I really wish my camera would focus a little bit better. Please work with me. Then we actually got Raph, a little bit of a smirk. That is definitely a Raphael type of smirk, and I really like this head too. I can definitely see myself displaying him with this one. And we just got kind of a neutral, a little bit of a smirk there, face. Again, not too bad. And from there, Raphael also comes with a pizza. There's no separate pizzas or anything. It's just a single disc with a sticker. But it definitely looks pretty good. I like it. Not a big fan of jalapenos, but it looks like it got some jalapenos on there and some pepperoni, some sausage, Canadian bacon. Yeah, nice little pizza. And he comes with this sewer lid shield, which would be really cool if this didn't have this massive cutout here. I don't know what the dealio is with that. I mean, I don't think it would have been that difficult to have made it a solid piece. But, yeah, there's that. And he just slipped his hand through there and he can grip it. He also comes with Are these the correct ones? No, I almost don't remember at this point. Okay, yeah, no. That's what he comes with. And then, of course, he has his signature sigh. Not bad looking. A little bit of a flat gray on the blades there. And then this brown on the handle. No paint detailing or anything like that. But he does have two of those, and they holster nicely right there in the front. All right, let's move on to Mikey's. Now, Mikey's heads, again, this is one of my favorites. A little bug-eyed, but it definitely a nice Mikey expression. Definitely, I think it's the most movie accurate of them. These shows aren't very movie accurate in a lot of respects. But now you got this over my light there. Good job, Myers. That's my last name, just in case anybody was wondering. I say that a lot. Nice big smile. I'll be honest, I don't like that whole green inside the mouth. It does go back just a tad, so I'm thinking I'm going to paint over that, or I might even hollow it out some more and then paint the inside of the mouth. It'd be a little tricky, but yeah, that kind of just, it doesn't quite look right. So, and then we got this really big open mouth again. That don't mind my nails. I apologize. I just saw that again. I've been working on my car, and they just get stained. I'm not dirty, I promise. Again, it's got this big chunk of green in there, which this one I would definitely probably hollow out and then paint the inside. And speaking of things being a little off, there's this face. Now, I know that these are 3 pieces and that you can pop them apart. I've actually been avoiding doing this until I did the review, and I will do that. But this top half of his mask, and this has been on all of them that I've seen so far, is glued way off center from the mouth. I mean, it just looks like, I don't even know. It's just weird, you know. And if it was centered, it would definitely look better. Like on the back of the packaging, on the picture, it is centered, and it actually doesn't look bad. But this little 1/16 of an inch off, and it just throws the whole thing off. And again, got a little bit of a green in there, and that will definitely get painted over at some point. This one I probably wouldn't hollow out so much. The mouth is more closed, but yeah, definitely faces off a lot. But there are the alternate faces. And again, this being from the Ninja Turtles 2 movie, bam, he does have these sausage links. These are really cool. Kind of pliable. You know, you can move them around a little bit. But there's just a fun little accessory. So there are those. And I do hate to backtrack. I apologize. But Raphael also came with 4 of these shurikens. So sorry to backtrack on that. Again, it's been a while since I opened these guys up. And lastly, outside of the last 2 sausage links here. Come back, cold cuts. We get the Doughnut Box. Simply Donuts, and we have some donuts to feed to Toka and Razar. Wouldn't it be cool if we got some of those? So we've got a little chocolate donut there. Got some little bit of sprinkles on it. And these are fun, cool little accessories. There we go, get those details. Really, really cool. And again, the box doesn't like open. There's no hinge there. When I first got it, this was actually loose. So when I slipped it back down and pushed it off because I was able to take this top off. But it's got 2 little tabs in there, so you could probably push those in and pop it back off if you desired. But there's those. And that pretty much concludes Mikey. Except for, of course, his nunchucks. Again. Oh, there's that one. Stand. These nunchucks, they got a really cool little wood grain pattern in them. Real metal chains. The chains are actually, and I've noticed this on every single Ninja Turtle figure that has real metal chains, the chains are always actually too long by comparison. They would actually probably be about this far apart. And I know this because I have both corded and chained nunchucks. And in the movie they were corded, they were not chained. But it works. And he does hold on to them very much like the rest of them. I think if the thumb was forward more, it would actually work better than what they do. I mean, you have to really kind of finagle them a little bit. In fact, sometimes I find it easiest to close the fingers a bit and then kind of like snap them in there. And then they'll hold their weapons a little bit easier. And there's Mikey. And actually, I'm going to go back to Raph here again for a second time in the video. I know I'm terrible. The box has him with a really cool pose with the blade between his fingers. You can kind of do it. Oh, come on. Yeah, it actually gets pushed out. And the reason why it gets pushed out is the huge cut in the palm. So at least for Raphael, I might actually reshape this some, take it down. With my first edition, the first classics, I was actually able to get Raphael to hold the side like this, like one in between the finger and then holding it here. Then the thumb would come forward and hold it. But these thumbs are just in a really weird position, and it actually makes them almost useless. I won't say they're useless because they do work sometimes, but almost. Now, lastly, we got Donatello. Again, this is one of my favorite head sculpts that came with Donnie. Bit of almost like a smirk or a teeth gritting pose, kind of depending on where his face is angled at. So we'll go and take a look at his alternate faces. Here we have this one, which isn't too bad. Almost a classic turtle pose with one teeth, much more prominent on one side. Pupils aren't painted too bad. This one, kind of a big wide smile. Again, not too bad. And then there's this one. The expression as a whole isn't bad. It's just, and I know that this was the face that was on the first release of the movie Turtles, and every one has got that really funky, derpy looking eye. I mean, even one eye being bigger than the other, yeah. You can see, I don't need to explain it so much. I mean, this would be I think it's supposed to be a funny, silly face, but those eyes just kind of make it weird. So there are Donatello's other faces. And he, of course, comes with his broom. Me and my son were actually watching Turtles 2 the other day. And yeah, the scene where he's dancing with the broom, although I think it actually had a mop on both ends. Broom, mop. It is a little warped. His bow was a little warped out of the packaging as well. I will straighten that out. And then the little foam bat thing that he was using to tease the burglars at the beginning of the movie. And then, of course, he has his staff. Nice holster on the back. It is a cool two-tone. Definitely got some wood grain in there. Again, you can see it's a bit warped. Not terrible. I do need to straighten it out some. But yeah, you got like a darker wood and then like a light tan wrap here. And that looks pretty good. Again, no paint detailing. If I do repaint these, I'm definitely going to give this a wash to bring out all this detail, which is scarcely noticeable on my camera. Forgive me, I do not have the best camera in the world that I'm working with here. But definitely serves its function. And he holds on to it, again, fairly well. Again, I'm going to have to do something with these thumbs or these fingers. And you can get him in some pretty cool dynamic poses as well. So yeah, there's a quick rundown of those, guys. Again, I do apologize for the delay. I do still really like these figures. I am considering giving them a paint job, which I will update if I choose to. And I have a lot of fun. I mean, they look good on the shelf. They look great together, especially with all four of them. And yeah, I mean, I still highly recommend them. I mean, $20, you get a lot. You truly get a lot. They are a Walmart exclusive. But yeah, definitely check them out. They are well worth it. Just mind that there will probably be a few things that may be a bit off with them. but they are easily overlooked by how awesome they are, especially how awesome they all appear together. So thank you guys very much for watching. Stay tuned. I do have some more stuff coming up. Have a good one.